having been involved for so many years, there must be one or two memorable events, memorable meetings, maybe meetings where ACPA has been part of an international congress. Do any of these come to mind, kind of leap out as I ask this question?
This isn't exactly what you're asking, but my very first meeting in Washington, D.C. was memorable because at that meeting there was a paper on primary bone grafting. And after the paper, it was discussed by Dr. Przansky, who launched into a long discussion of the evils of primary bone grafting. And what impressed me was not the paper or the discussion, neither of which I remember the details of, but the fact that the surgeons tended one by one to get up and leave the meeting rather than listen to this discussion. I thought that was not too good a thing, especially since there were a lot of good points being made that they ought to hear. And from that beginning, I have learned to listen carefully to what my colleagues in other disciplines say, because very often we get misled by working in our own discipline only. One other memorable time, I won't cite any names, but I remember two meetings where plastic surgeons that I know who have never really been an active part of this organization wrote a paper and came to the meeting and presented it, and then got all out of joint because they had their papers provoked discussion from people in other disciplines who sort of took apart their ideas, and they should have been aware of these points of view before they wrote their paper, but they didn't. They weren't in touch. I think this is really what ACPA has done for me over the years. It's kept me in touch with what's going on in speech pathology and in otology, and in the days when we were learning about otitis media, and in the areas of, I said speech pathology, audiology, knowing what the other disciplines are doing, psychology too.
Yeah, I guess in a sense it's sort of that the meeting is a macrocosm of, if we can consider teams on the local level,
Right.
the microcosm context of team care.
Yeah. And of course, I'm sure the other thing it taught me was the importance of letting the team be that microcosm and paying attention to what all of the team members are saying, instead of, as certainly happens in some teams, having all the shots called by the surgeon who dominates the discussion.